I think my greatest gift in life is talking to people about cerebral palsy and what it is. And let me clear this up. It is not a disease. It is a disability. It is something that you will die and pass away with. It cannot get worse. I think many people all over think that cerebral palsy is this horrible disease that can get worse and blah blah blah. No, it cannot. It's a disability. It's a condition. And cerebral palsy. Sorry, I have a cough. Cerebral cerebral palsy is can affect people in many ways. It can affect their speech, their balance, their not their ability not to be able to walk, talk, just they can walk with like a limp, or they can walk with a walker, crutches. They can be in a wheelchair like me, but I don't let that define who I am. I think it's very important to especially spread disability awareness in elementary schools and schools in general, because I feel like they don't cover that much very much in school, and I think it's important to have kids ask questions, because because they're not gonna learn if they don't ask questions. And a person like me, I don't mind answering questions. It amazes me how many people are so afraid to ask me questions. It's like, no, I have a voice. I'm comfortable in my own skin. You can ask me anything. I don't bite or anything. Don't be afraid to ask me questions. And it's better to ask questions to just than to just stare, because staring really bothers me, especially when adults do it. Because it doesn't bother me much when kids do it, because they're just curious. But it really bothers me when adults stare, because it's like, hello, you have the ability to come up to me and ask me about my story and my journey and things like that. But please don't stare, because it makes me really uncomfortable, and it makes me feel kind of sad in a way that they're not comfortable enough to come up to me. Like, they just think it's like a terrible thing to ask a person with a disability, like, questions. No, like, it's not a horrible thing. It's an incredible thing. Like, if you ask questions, you can learn a lot from a person with a disability, and you can learn about their life and what they do, and what they do on a daily basis, and if they work, go to school, whatever you do. But you're not gonna learn if you don't ask questions. Like, don't think you're gonna offend them or something, because I would rather you come up to me and ask questions than just stare and be like, oh, I feel so bad for that person over there. Like, she's in a wheelchair, she can't do anything. Like, no. I work, I volunteer, I do a lot of things. I hang out with friends, hang out with family. I do a lot of things in general. I do speaking engagements when I'm not working, or I volunteer sometimes. I go to different schools and talk to children about cerebral palsy and what that is. I I give speeches in my volunteer time. I just advocate for others, and I think many people think, oh, they have a disability, they can't do anything. No, like people work, volunteer, people go to school, people have degrees, people have a lot of things. So like, don't ever be offended to go up to somebody that's disabled and ask them questions about their disability, because they will be more than excuse me, more than happy to talk to you about their disability and what their story is. But you should never be afraid to go up to a person with a disability, because they love sharing their story and sharing about their challenges and what they face every day. So don't let that bother you. And like I said before, like, I feel like my greatest gift is to advocate for others and share my story and go to different schools in my free time and give speeches and educate children about cerebral palsy and what it is. Because, like I said before, I feel like cerebral palsy doesn't get enough coverage. You hear about like MS and MD, but you don't really hear much about cerebral palsy. So I feel like people need to do more videos and blogs about their experience with cerebral palsy and their story, and maybe you can keep a contact line with that person that has the disability, and that's a good way to make new friends. Just ask them about their story, what kind of, like, if they have CPMD or whatever. But I think people should always like spread awareness about cerebral palsy, MD, MS, whatever it is, because you don't know people's stories in life, and if you don't ask questions, you'll never learn about their story. So I think it's important to do videos and blogs about cerebral palsy and people's stories and learn more about each other. So, and like I said, my greatest gift is going to different schools to talk to children about disability awareness and helping with fundraisers that supports people with disabilities. I think that's my greatest gift. So this video was talking about what my greatest gift is, and I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel so you can check it out, comment, rate, do it all. Alright guys, see you later, bye.